They say the town of Black Hollow is cursed, a place where time stopped and shadows linger. But what happened here wasn't just bad luck, it was something far worse. There's a reason no one dares to set foot in Black Hollow anymore. It's not just the boarded up windows or the eerie silence, it's the stories. The ones about the disappearances, the strange rituals, and the thing people swear they saw in the woods. What if I told you this ghost town wasn't just abandoned? It was erased. Tonight, we're uncovering the dark history of Black Hollow and the sinister truth behind why it was left to rot. Black Hollow wasn't always a ghost town. Back in the early 1900s, it was a thriving mining community with families, schools, and even a bustling town square. But everything changed in 1928. People started disappearing. At first, it was written off as accidents in the mines. Then entire families vanished from their homes overnight. The sheriff organized search parties, but no one ever returned with answers. By the end of that year, the town was completely abandoned. And what's strange is that no one talks about it. No records, no newspaper articles, like the place never existed. That's what drew me to investigate. I wanted to know what happened to Black Hollow, why it's been wiped from history, and what might still be lurking there today. I started digging into old archives in the neighboring towns, and that's when I found the first clue. A grainy black and white photo of the Black Hollow Miners Society. They were standing in front of a massive stone circle, carved with strange symbols. The caption read, "Winter Solstice, 1927. The miners claimed the stone circle had been there long before the town was founded, a relic from the native tribes who refused to settle near the area. Some called it a burial ground, others called it cursed. Whatever it was, it seemed to be at the center of everything that went wrong in Black Hollow. The more I looked into it, the more disturbing the stories became. Miners claimed to hear voices whispering in the tunnels. Tools would go missing and show up days later, covered in a thick black substance no one could identify. And then there was the preacher. Reverend Eli Carter arrived in Black Hollow in 1926, preaching salvation and warning against the evil beneath the earth. Locals said he became obsessed with the stone circle, holding late-night sermons there. Witnesses reported seeing fires and hearing chants in a language no one understood. And then one night, Reverend Carter disappeared. All they found was his coat, draped over the largest stone, soaked in blood. I decided I had to visit Black Hollow myself. Against the warnings of locals and even a few friends who thought I'd lost my mind, I packed my gear and drove to the edge of the forest where the town once stood. The first thing that hit me was the silence. No birds, no wind, just nothing. The air felt heavy, like it was pressing against my chest. The town was exactly how I'd imagined, empty, crumbling buildings swallowed by vines and decay. But it didn't feel empty. I started at the old town square, where the general store and post office still stood. Inside the store, I found shelves lined with rotting cans and a ledger on the counter, as if the shopkeeper had just stepped out for a moment. But what really caught my eye was the wall. Someone had scratched the word "run" into the wood over and over again, deep enough to splinter the boards. As I moved deeper into the town, the sense of being watched grew stronger. That's when I heard it, a faint, low hum coming from the direction of the mines. Against every instinct screaming at me to leave, I followed it. The entrance to the mine was sealed with rusted iron bars, but the humming was louder now, almost like a chant. I shone my flashlight inside and saw something that stopped me cold. Handprints. Hundreds of them, smeared in that same black substance from the miners' tools, covering the walls of the tunnel. And then I heard the whisper. It wasn't a word, not exactly, just a sound that crawled under my skin and made my whole body tense. I turned to leave, but that's when I saw it, the shadow. It was tall, too tall to be human, and its eyes, they glowed. I don't remember running back to my car. All I know is that when I finally looked in the rearview mirror, I saw it standing at the edge of the forest, watching me drive away. Black Hollow is more than a ghost town. It's a place where something ancient and malevolent still lingers. I don't know if it's the stone circle or the thing in the mines, but whatever it is, it's dangerous. The town wasn't abandoned. It was sacrificed, erased to contain whatever was unleashed there. If you ever find yourself near Black Hollow, do yourself a favor. Stay far, far away. Hit subscribe for more stories like this, if you dare.